Alright then, hello there, welcome to Top Frost, new Roblox video. We've been doing another one. We will be discussing on some Roblox, but today is the day we're going to be focusing on another thing because I have achieved something never done before on this channel in a very long time. You can piss off some of the fans and community members for certain different creators out there that exist today, and we have it today that we're going to report that I have some really interesting news to report is that during a very short debate with somebody who you might know, Nicholas Light has recently, and I'm going to scroll down to it, has officially blocked my account. This is in around a few hours ago, where the news that Tectone, right? And I know that the timestamp says it shows it, right? I only posted it until now. That Tecton is civilly liable for sexual harassment, stalking, and some really bad behavior. Now, he is not criminally convicted. No. He's not paying in time. But he sure is civilly liable for something. And he still lost, right? He still lost. He's still civilly liable for those accusations Pikachu put down. Nicholas Light tried doing damage control for the entire situation, and it was really ironic that Mugen says his statement about cutting all ties with Tectone for something in relation to being civilly liable for something like sexual assault. Of all things, for Pikachu. Pikachu is a OnlyFans model, right? But, sort of how it is. He makes this long statement saying that I hate this man, right? Mugen states that he had known about Tectone's controversy from as early as Q4 2024, yet they have responded to Tectone on X on November 2025, acting friendly with him and seemingly excited for his return to streaming. Extra link is in case he deletes the post. Really ironic that you sell out your friend the immediate there's bad press. You are always on a grandeur scale of people who convincingly defeat people and mock them on your channel. I agree. We should mock really awful people that exist in this world. Agreed. I agree with a lot of what Mugen says. But Mugen is a two-faced bitch-ass liar, right? He is not perfect. And what he did here was sell out his friend the immediate he is convicted or civilly liable, right, to minimize the case of Pikachu. Like, ethically, this is the most morally wrong thing that you can do, is minimize this thing, which Nicholas Light did try doing. We do have Lady Gaga condemning Ice in a speech during her show in Japan. Then we have Ariana Grande, right, pausing that. Pausing that. Ariana Grande endorses a nationwide ICE protest involving not working, attending school, or shopping tomorrow, this January 30th. If you want to participate in this, participate in it as much as you like. Here is Baby No Money saying that TikTok fell off. Here is another of him saying Nicki Minaj fell off. Then we have something right here where it says, a third round of nationwide No Kings protests is stated to take place on March 8th, right? Then we have Brian, right? Bruce Springsteen releasing his incredible song that will sure piss Trump off beyond relief. Is the song called Streets of Minneapolis. The song has over 1 million views as of the recording. Yeah, so this is quite... we're on par with now we're doing protest songs, right? And then here's me criticizing Tomoe Amari. Tomoe Amari, I absolutely adore your content. You're funny. You're great. Right? It doesn't sound very legitimate when I say in this tone, but I did see something that struck my eyes for a second. She said this post. This is the last time I'll hopefully ever have to speak on it. But please stop saying this person needs to say something. Nobody owes you anything. Wrong! Regardless of what you may believe. This is not a belief system, my friend. This is a factor of many system. I'll debunk this. Let content creators make the content they want to make in peace. Wrong. As well. Okay. Pressuring, bullying people into speaking on things they're not comfortable with is just robbing them of their individual freedom. Absolutely wrong as well. I think that's extremely evil. It is not evil. If you want to twist this message into me being a bad guy that deserves to die because I know some of you will or whatever, then sure, go ahead. I'll continue offering a chill space from a community where they can take a break from all the hecticness in the world. Here's my response. And being complacent is silence, and history will be founded upon these short-term losses for long-term disputes later in the future. I do not believe you are a bad person for doing so, but you're absolutely going to disappoint many people who will fight this battle for you. So even Tomoe Mari, I like the person actually. I genuinely do. Yeah, I guess I do. I absolutely love Tomoe Mari. Absolutely do. This statement is not what we need to hear right now. It is not because it is wrong or evil or virtue signaling, whatever they call it these days. I don't know. I don't use virtue signaling as a word I use. It's not my vocabulary. This is none of that, right? You will have later, years ahead of time, whenever this gets brought back, you're going to have to dispute it later, years later, when people have died, bled, shed blood, protested, yelled, went out on the streets in cold 30 to under 20 degree temperatures in Minneapolis. They were out there in the cold protesting on a general strike where thousands and thousands of protesters across all of Minnesota, the entire state itself, and cities around the state went into full general strike. One of the largest protests that could happen singularly from a singular death of a man, right after Nicole Renee Good. Calling this out is not morally wrong. This is ethically wrong in so many different ways. Ignoring history itself while people are fighting this battle for you is selfish, is greedy, it is really insensitive, and it really is downplaying the efforts of people who choose to raise their voice in times where people are not, where they feel as if the government has failed them. Sorry, Tomoe Mari. I got sympathies for you, but I don't sympathize with that. Then, right, this VTuber, she's pissing off a lot of people online recently. She said, I don't like ICE. She said, online surveillance censoring us from speaking out about ICE is also a problem. We need free internet. ICE must be abolished, right? Based. And then I said, TikTok has hit a new low, and I wonder how low it can go. It is so low that I can't even see the bottom of it in my own feet because when I look down, I can't see how far down it went with these updates. Then Polar Cub, which is a YouTuber, Roblox YouTuber. She used to be a UGC creator, but now she's a full-on YouTuber. She said, Roblox, stop erasing your identity and history and start preserving what made you what you are in the first place. And I said, I am with you. This is way past the norms and everything we stand for. Then we had the assault of Representative Omar. You want to know what Maga was saying? That she deserved it. That's what Maga was saying. You know what's another crazier thing? Because whenever I got blocked by this asshole, by Nicholas Light, because I absolutely support the man, you know, I'm still going to be watching his content. Still will. Something that people don't understand is that you can actually not like the creator for their person. You could like the personality, but you're not going to like their person. Right? You could actually separate what you dislike about a person from their creative derivative work. You can actually do that. When you hate somebody for one thing, that doesn't mean you hate them full on in general. These are for dumbasses, and this is entirely anti-psychology 101. Alright? Not educate me on that. I'm sick and tired, right? I debated this Muslim fella in the comments, and I've reposted Shrel, right? I even told them about Tectone, right? I mentioned Tectone like a few times throughout my posts. I have to go to my other account for this, right? Please explain this and break down what is true and not true. There are recent findings that Tecton is legally liable, right? Liable for sexual assault and other things, but that seems to be the main focus, only sexual assault, right? And yeah, we had rates, proposed community notes, and we have all of this going on, and all of this literature, and I even dissed Nicki Minaj of all people. Like, this is absolutely baffling to me that Nicholas Light would still be defending this man. Look, when I talked with Grok, an AI that doesn't understand emotion, right? Terrible built language learning model, right? Something like that. I said, if you were to look at this on the ethical standpoint, if we just disqualify and downplay Pikachu's case against Tecton, let's say, alright, he's only civilly liable. This is downplaying her entire case based on these few principles. If this was an ethic concern, not a moral concern, imagine every other civil case that occurred when a woman came out saying that she was sexually assaulted and was genuinely won the case right after. For then people to just downplay the case because it was just a civil case, because nothing was proven, it's not a criminal conviction. Like, this is downplaying the case, right? This is like, if you do it on a larger scale and you said the exact same thing for every sexual assault case that has ever occurred within the past 6 months, you're gonna try to tell me that it's based on morals only. It is more of a moral and ethic concern at that point, right? It doesn't make sense, right? It is not building up. It doesn't follow. I don't get the defending of this man after such a case. You're only giving him what he wants. So that's why I have not put his name yet on the channel. Not as much. Here is to Tectone, Chibi Reviews, Nicholas Light, Asmongold, Leaflet Nasari, Smogalana, Filian, of all of those, Kirsch, VTuber as well in that list. Same for you, Mujin. Same for you, Donald Trump and Kristi Noem and JD Vance and Stephen Miller. I can name all these scumbags, and I can continue going and listing every one of them. Fuck you, and we don't meet racists in this country. You can go jump off a Minecraft ledge and off yourself. In the game. I love you. Have the best Christmas ever. In this country, when you say you hate immigrants, we love immigrants. Alright? Get the hell out of our country. Do not ever come into my face ever again. We hate racists. Immigrants are welcome. You lost. Every one of them. Same for you, Ref Says Desu and Hirahei. If you want to put me on a video, debate me. And trust me, man. I'm gonna defeat you, I'm gonna humiliate you, and I'm gonna make you wish you were never born. Thank you. Love you guys. Protest peacefully. In a world where facts are not considered a form of harassment, stay safe out there, share kindness, show peace, do your research, always do, be skeptical, don't be cynical, practice your rights, know your rights. We need leaders out there. Join the Discord server, link down in the description below. Subscribe to your channel. And as always, go beyond limit and excel. I think that's all I have to say.